What's a rule in society that everyone agrees is pointless, but we all still follow? Inviting all your relatives to your wedding. Some relatives don't even care if I'm getting married but sure will be offended if I don't invite them. Clicking I have read and agree to the terms and conditions, we all know nobody's reading that novella. Saying we should get together sometime with no intention of ever doing so. Saying if you need anything, just let me know after a major event. After my grandmother died, I asked people to take her comforter to the cleaners, asked her neighbor to pick up her newspaper, asked someone else if they could research where to donate something she owned and was told no by all three. I've run across this at almost every major event. Don't say it if you don't mean it. If you do mean it, be specific. I'm here if you need to talk. I have a truck if you need to haul things. I have a shower seat you can borrow. Stuff like that. The invisible social contract of pretend you didn't see them when you accidentally lock eyes with someone in public. The pressure to attend and remain engaged in family gatherings for multiple hours without retreating from the group or just leaving when you've had enough. Lately I've decided I'm done caring whether it seems rude to seek solitude. I just don't have the energy to endure such prolonged social interaction. It's not their fault or anything, my entire extended family are all wonderful people, no exaggeration. It's simply that their baseline level of energy completely drains mine in about half an hour. The need to buy an expensive engagement ring to demonstrate your love. Typing LOL in a text to make it sound nicer or that I find what they're saying funny. But in reality, I'm not laughing or smiling at all. The idea that if you don't make eye contact you're not listening. I listen best when fidgeting. I don't want to look into your eye holes. I want to learn about taxes, Jeff. Not sure if this fits 100%, but I'll say it just in case, saying goodbye 4 times before hanging up. Okay, great talking to you. See you later. You too, always great. Okay, bye. Bye. Cheers. Haha, later. How are you doing? Answer literally anything but I'm fine and people go ballistic. Even if you're not going to walk fast through a crosswalk, you still have to do that pretend fast walk thing so the driver waiting for you to cross knows you know they're waiting for you. You make an apologetic face, and they give you a smile or a little wave and all is right with the world. Edit to add, so I guess this absolutely is not pointless. The idea of certain foods for certain parts of the day. If I want a cheeseburger at 6 a.m. and your restaurant CA make cheeseburgers, then what's the problem? Keeping silent while willfully ignorant people, especially those in one's immediate family because family, and allowing them to continue spreading blatantly false information. Irresponsible misinformation/disinformation and dishonest behavior needs to be called out and corrected regardless of who the offender is. This woman gave me crap on transit during rush hour for not giving up my seat for her. She wasn't old/injured/pregnant and just wanted the seat as she said she was a woman, stated by her. I just laughed at her and put my headphones back on. Not asking/not telling each other how much they make. This tradition only benefits the employers/rich by preventing labor from organizing. Does nothing good to anyone else. Yet, it's still there. I'm no way a leftist, but I still believe this one has to go. Emailing an interviewer to thank them for interviewing you. It's just so frustrating when 80% of the time they ghost applicants and 70% of the time they don't provide any specific feedback. They're also not any better for being a prospective employer than I am for being a prospective employee. Pretty much everything to do with traditional weddings for some reason. For your own good, please, people, stop it with spending an enormous amount of either your parents' money, which they can scarcely afford, or your own money, which you absolutely can't afford. Go to one of those places where you can buy a tux for $100 to $150 and let Groomy McGrumenstein keep it. He'll have several chances to wear it again before he gets too fat to wear it anymore. Try finding the bride a dress that some Kardashian didn't look at and say, "What am I, made of money?" There are several options that can put her in a nice dress without you having to find a refrigerator box to put under the overpass the same night. Finally, for crying out loud, be nice to the friends and family. You are not a princess and prince. You can still register somewhere reasonable and get some things you want without being a huge douche nozzle about it. I hate that we greet each other by kissing on the cheek in a lot of European countries. I don't care that you're my friend's friend, I don't know you and don't want my cheek against yours. Shaking hands. Just why? You can't wear jeans or street clothes to church. I loathed Sundays during my childhood. If God is judgmental of my jeans and Nikes, then I need to upgrade spiritual bodies. Staying with someone that makes you miserable, having a baby before a certain age, I mean don't wait till 40, getting married at a certain age. I hate it when you have had an illness your whole life and you're very sick a lot. And some people ask what's wrong and you tell them and they automatically start diagnosing you and you're like no, it's my health issues and they just keep naming things it could be and I'm like no the doctors told me this and they keep going. I guess I should stop taking my medication and ask everyday people what I should do and take #NO. Saying bless you when someone sneezes. I get that it's polite. I understand that it's meant to wish someone good health for whatever makes them sneeze. There's a lot more reasons than just that as well. But everyone seems to only do it to be polite or because it's almost ritualistic to do it as they've done it all their lives. It's essentially lost a lot of its meaning. Being fashionably late for meetings. No, it's rude to be over 20 plus minutes late for meetings without word. When I say be here at 6, I don't mean start getting ready at 6:10 and out the door by 6:20 to arrive at 6:30, I mean start getting ready at 5:30, be out the door by 5:40, and be at the location by 6. Buying an expensive casket for a loved one for reasons like I want them to have the best, even in death, and others similar. Sorry to break it to you, but they're dead, which means they aren't going to tell you how they appreciate the plush feather mattress their corpse is laying on or how beautiful the specialized wood engraving looks and how it doesn't matter that anyone will only be able to gaze upon it only once because it's going in the ground. If you're determined to spend that money, put it towards a better than average gravestone. Removing our hats when entering a building. The economic/social rule that working hard or getting an education will ensure that you can afford a life. We all mostly still follow this even with no possibility of managing the basic cost of living. You have to finish your dish like sometimes there are like 4 dishes and you eat before getting there so like. Except I'm not hungry?